Good morning, everybody. How we doing today? Welcome in. All right, so we're gonna go and do a little jump space today. Let me go ahead and get a lobby open for us. Okay. Lobby is opening now. Guys, if anything seems off, I apologize. My system had to do a complete update literally 3 minutes before I was supposed to go live. So I was kind of scrambling. Green, how you doing, buddy? I had to do a full system reset, and yeah, I had everything set up probably 20 minutes before we were supposed to go live. Everything was done, setting up, and then suddenly it forced an update, and yeah.
Hey, if you squint, the dents are barely.
It was Discord being a butthead, forcing the whole system to have to update. Oh well. We're live. Everything seems to be good. Let me make sure volume is coming through like it's supposed to. Twitch sounds good. I need to... Right. That all looks pretty good. So how's everybody doing today? I know where I'm at. It's actually a wee bit nippy right now. Kind of enjoy it though. I like the cooler weather. Okay, well that all sounds good. Let me mute that so I'm not hearing myself. I'm talking back to myself. That feels very bizarre. Okay. All right. Wolf, how you doing, buddy? Good morning. Pretty cold over there too? Yeah, it seems like most of the U.S. is pretty chilly right now. All right. Well, we have a lobby open for anyone who feels inclined to join.
Interesting.
I am back home in North Carolina, guys, so I was supposed to come back quite a while ago, and everybody here was sick, so we decided to lay over just a little bit longer. You know, we've had some updates. I'm going to try the bolt accelerators. They've been bugged, but I'd kind of like to see if that's still the case. They are my favorite pilot cannon, and if they're back to functioning, that'd be wonderful. See, we got a lance railgun. I can pretty much fit those into most things, right? So fit best there, I think. And then, let's roll this because that'll make it easier to fit the lance railgun.
How do you do?
It'll be negative 35 here with wind chill on Friday. Holy cow, Green! that's a wee bit nippy. I would recommend staying out of the weather as much as possible. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna go artillery support.
Mission data prepared. Get ready and let's head out.
That's a little too cold, my friend. Got friendly fire. I'm gonna grab it just in case somebody joins. Desperate barrage and ship that Fury looks like. Yep. Why not? I like it cold, but that's a little too cold for my blood. You're not gonna be outside much in that. Mark III side clip. That's cool. I'll grab that just in case somebody joins and wants it. Alright. How to throw my money away? We have to keep the troll below the vent happy. So I'm back home in my normal setup. I've got my dual screen set up. That's pretty cool. I'm not real happy about my lighting situation. I can see it's kind of washing out my face, but I'm gonna have to invest in some new lights and fix that situation. Anyway, let's get stuck into it. Yo, buddy, recently found your channel and your streams are lit, so I would love to contact you long term. Some more. Okay. It's heat wave today. It feels like 6. It's sad when 6 feels like a heat wave.
The artillery positions are a few jumps ahead. The coalition needs us to seize control of those cannons. We should prepare ourselves and start making our way over there. Hopefully, we can
I'm
get
getting
there
some
before
bad
the battle
stuttering here.
begins.
Might be because I'm running too much. We'll see. I can shut down a couple windows. Alright. Got Desperate Barrage. Ship Fed Fury. Let's go ahead and reload. Check Power Grid. I'm sure that's not in order. And then... If I were to cram this here, then I could turn that there. I'd rather have the jump drive or the engines unprotected. That looks okay. Hey, Green, if you can see that comment there, would you mind doing something about that for me, buddy? I appreciate it. Thanks, man. Much appreciated. Alright, well, let's see what we got coming in. We got artifacts this direction with Legion Strike Force incoming. Repair kits. Ah, that seems exciting. Let's do that. That'll give me a good chance to test the bolt accelerators. Okay, we have the supply uplink. It's not good for another 2 jumps. If you're playing solo, I feel like the supply uplink is probably your best bet. Running back to the scanners to use the targeting module can be a bit of a pain in the butt. If you do it before you start the engagement, it's okay, but in the heat of the moment, you're not going to be running back to the scanners and using that. So, usually when I'm playing by myself, I will grab the supply uplink instead.
The distress call is coming from this area.
All right, cool deal. Well, right now I'm running a personal favorite build. I've got, you guys have probably seen this one before. It's Berserk Protocol, and then the 2 health injectors, and then Proximity Strike. And then I'm running a shotgun and a javelin. Both work really well with that combo. I want to try out a couple of different builds, though. I've also been experimenting with a lot of the engineering augments for the player statistics, and that's been kind of fun. I might need...
The strike force is here.
Let's do that. And then come down here, and we're being attacked, so it'd probably be a good idea for me to get back to the pilot seat. So we are going to be learning as we go today, guys, because this is the same setup I was using down in Florida, but it's arranged differently because we're now on my desk back at home, which is very different from the desk I was using up in Florida, or down in Florida, so. All right, let's see what we got. Fighters, heavy gunships. I see the Corvette there. This is one of the missions where you have to save the friendly freighter. All right.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Materia filters.
So you got snow on the ground where you are, Wolf? We're supposed to get quite a fair amount of snow for our area, probably this weekend, honestly. Kind of hoping it actually snows. Yeah, bolt accelerators are still a wee bit bugged, guys. I think I'm gonna pop into the Discord for the devs and let them know this still isn't quite right. Kind of makes them unusable, really, which is really a bummer. I love these cannons. You got to aim drastically farther ahead than the reticle would indicate, which makes it next to impossible to hit crits and stuff, which is kind of the reason you run the bolt accelerators, because they're good at crits. Basically, something has to be flying in a straight line right in front of you for you to be able to hit them with a crit. But anything that's doing the little circling mechanics that these little jerks are doing right now, it kind of makes it a bear. And it is intermittent, of course. It comes back on where you'll actually be able to hit, but it's not consistent enough to be something I'd recommend using right now. All right. He's walking off into Neverland. Alright. Let's get these fires. If we get what we're calling for, Nashville will shut down for close to a week. Jeez, yeah. And you guys get a bit more snow than we do here in western North Carolina, southwestern North Carolina, I suspect. We get quite a bit up on the mountaintops, but down in the valleys and such, like where I'm at, we don't get a ton of snow. Even when they tell us we're going to get a ton of snow, we usually hardly get any. Which is kind of a shame. When I first moved here, we used to get snow all the time, which I kind of enjoyed. Wasn't anything that would stick around forever, right? I mean, it'd be down for a couple days, and then it would melt and move on. And it never got slushy. I know in some areas it gets nasty. We never got that. But I do enjoy it when it does snow. So I kind of wish it would do it a little more. Oh well. As the little boy told my niece when she was at school, you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit.
Listen, I'm transporting refugees from a nearby sector. Legion attacks have been ramping up lately. I know it's a lot to ask, but can you help us one more time? It's not a lot, but I can offer some supplies in return for your help.
Being from Florida, I like the cold. I always hated the heat in Florida. I was born and raised there, and
Check it out.
people move to Florida because they hate the cold and they want to get to where it's warm year-round, which it mostly is in Florida. Although I will say, for the weeks that we were down there, it was actually much colder than usual, which I think is just colder across the U.S. and in general right now. That's the vet. I'm going to deal with these guys. I'd like to swap... You know what? I've got enough. I could probably craft a couple of different cannons. Let's go with 2 rapid pulse cannons right now. That'll give me... Will those actually fit? Yeah, we're going to have to make them fit. Should have thought of that before I crafted. Oh well.
Component installed. Warning. Solar flare image.
Got a solar
Find
flare.
shelter immune. Component uninstalled.
Alright. Would you... Okay, it wasn't giving me the install option, which is a bit of a pain. We need to get to cover now. Fortunately, cover looks like this here. And then we need a fire extinguisher. And that should actually put a hurting on the enemy ships, so I'll take it. Nice, okay. Might need to swap out the reactor to make this work, though. We'll see. Yeah, because there's no way I fit all of that in. I could, however, if I were to swap the scanner system. That would work pretty well, actually. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and that would be an easy fix. Let's pull that out. That could stay as is. These can get plugged in here. And then boom. I could probably sit here and make that work, but I don't feel like fighting with it. Just going to grab the other scanner and be done with it. I think growing up in Florida, I saw snow probably, what was it, 3 times, maybe, tops in Florida. Not to say it didn't get cold in Florida. A lot of people think it doesn't get cold. Trust me, it gets very cold. It's humid down there, and so basically you're wet and cold at the same time. It just doesn't, the ground doesn't get cold enough to retain snow, and usually the sky doesn't drop snow. But it certainly gets very cold. Now here in where I'm at in North Carolina, it does get a little chilly. I mean, we'll occasionally get snow, but there's not near as much humidity as Florida experiences, and so in a lot of ways, for it to feel as cold here as it does down in Florida, it's got to be downright raining. Raining and much chillier than it has to get for Florida to feel this cold. To feel that cold, rather. I will say, it is nice to be back at my desk, guys. I love this desk. This setup. Makes me very happy. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the lighting situation I got going here, so I'm going to have to make some adjustments there. I've been doing a lot of tweaking to that lately, so gonna have to. I did that down in Florida, and now my setup's different, so I'm going to have to make some adjustments. But it is what it is. Let's see, was there any materia scattered around? None that I see right off. Just had a vet jump in, and we got point of interest right here. And there's some materia over there that I did not see on the scanners. Let's go ahead and we don't have enough. So we're gonna use the shotgun more, I think, because I still got a good amount of ammo. We're about half empty on the javelin. Having to craft the scanner and the 2 pilot cannons kind of made for a little bit of an issue. They're hurting on my materia, but it'll be alright. Hi, friend. Alright, the radioactive area. I can avoid everything down below. Just move on straight to the door. And that'll save me some bullets. And he's got the spider. Nice. Okay. Broken jump drive. Alright, well. This is not the drive you're looking for. Oh, I will admit, guys, I'm a wee bit tired. We drove home yesterday. We didn't get home until about 10 p.m. last night. And then I had to unpack the vehicle, and make sure my computer was set up for today. And in spite of all the effort to get everything set up, I had a massive update that got pushed this morning, like 5 minutes before the stream was supposed to start. So I kind of was rushing because I had as I was hitting reboot on my computer, I had 3 minutes before I was supposed to start the opening scroll for the stream. I already had everything set up, and I had to close everything, reboot the computer, and then reset everything up. To say I was scrambling is a little bit of a understatement. But we still started on time, so I'm happy. Everything rebooted pretty quickly. That's one of the beautiful things about Linux. And mind you, it wasn't Linux that was forcing the update, it was actually Discord.
I'm with you to the bitter end if need be.
Discord was forcing the update, and as I needed to be able to have in-game chat with you guys, I felt that was kind of important for me to make sure it was put together. Discord was acting silly for you too last night, Green? Jeez. You know, it's funny, I fired most things up last night on my computer to make sure everything was running, but Discord was the one thing I did not check. I got everything set up, and I didn't even think to check Discord. And then went to use it this morning, and yeah. That issue. Got a Mark III halberd. Nice. I love the halberd. I don't love it quite as much as I love the javelin, but I do love the halberd. It's kind of my next favorite. That, if I'm not running a javelin, I'm probably running a halberd. And sometimes, I might do that now. I love to just run the halberd just for kicks, because it is a fun weapon. So that's an interesting thing that I've noticed, but I don't think I've brought out before, guys, is that you could actually reload while doing a melee strike. So, like, if you're in a pinch, something gets too close, and you're planning to do a melee strike, which is V on the keyboard. I've got it assigned to P, and I have a P assigned to a macro on my mouse. It just makes it easier for me personally. But yeah, if you press R to reload just before you do a melee strike, you can continue to reload while putting out damage. Pretty useful. There's a handful of actions that you can do while reloading, such as grappling. You can't jetpack, but you can grapple while reloading. And you can do melee strikes while reloading.
Enemy incoming.
Just a little way to improve fluency while you're in the middle of on-foot combat. Alright, so the final point is going to be the point that's got our jump drive. And we do have that Corvette over there, and we've got some materia scattered around. Whew. I also will admit, guys, I got a late start today. I didn't wake up till 9 o'clock. I was up late last night, making sure everything was set up and functioning, because we got home at 10 p.m. And then I was up past midnight, making sure everything was good. And then my nieces, who wake up at 5 a.m., were up and getting around for school. And so they were in here bright and early in the morning.
Grab ammo.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to run the halberd. That seems fun. And it works with this build just fine. I've got some ridiculous halberd builds, though. There's if you run dual burst actuator, which causes you to fire 2 bullets every pull of the trigger instead of 1, and then you run the augment that allows you to have the chance of getting ammo back into your magazine every time you make a kill. And you run that with any damage augmentation on the halberd, guys, this thing absolutely shreds. I mean, you chew through ammo like it's Skittles, but the amount of damage that you're putting out is just insane. The other nice thing about doing a melee strike while you're reloading is that melee strikes have the potential to stun things, so you can make it while your gun is down, you're not shooting, you are less likely to take damage. So, pretty useful. The fact that you can reload and melee strike at the same time. So this will be our jump drive, because there's nowhere else to find it. Which means we're also going to get a ton of friends trying to block our path. So what I'm going to do before I crack open this door is just go ahead and set the jump drive down. So it's not in my hand, I can use my weapons, because as it's a heavy item, it doesn't allow you to... does not allow you to swap to your weapons while you're holding it. Another augment that you could consider for the halberd is the focus module. Okay. And actually, the melee strike was enough to finish that guy while I was reloading. Nice. The focus module is probably not what I would call a match made in heaven for the halberd, but it is pretty effective. The way that it works is when you hit a strike into a weak point, say the eye of the robot, then you're going to do double damage. As you would with a crit. However, it's going to increase that damage because of the focus module. So it doubles the damage that you would normally do, on top of the fact that it would normally double your damage anyway, being a critical hit. Combine that with the fact that certain weapons are really good at getting critical hits, and it's actually not a bad combo. However, you have to bear in mind that focus module also makes it where you only do half as much damage if you're not hitting a critical hit. So with the halberd, it's a little hit or miss because of the recoil. So if you're trying to shoot at a distance and you're running focus module, you're really not going to be getting much benefit from it. In fact, you're going to be doing a lot less damage than you normally would, because hitting small critical hits on, say, those shielded walkers is going to be next to impossible at range, consistently anyway. However, if you are reasonably close, I'd say medium to close range, and using the halberd and the focus module can actually be quite effective, because you're going to hit quite a few critical hits. You'll probably miss a few due to recoil issues, but many of your hits are going to hit, and ultimately you're going to be doing more damage. So it's pretty effective, but you just have to gauge your range. Now, of course, for Javelin, range is irrelevant if you want to run the focus module. The only issue in that case is it's easiest when bots are targeting you, because they're going to give you their eye. There is, of course, weak points on the back of many of them that you can hit, but those weak points are usually smaller and harder to hit, particularly at long range if you're using the Mark III Javelin, which doesn't have a great deal of magnification. The Mark II Javelin scope has a lot more magnification than the hollow sight that's on the Mark III Javelin. I've grown quite fond of the hollow on the Mark III Javelin because it works at pretty much all ranges. It's very useful for closer range when they get in close, because you have better peripheral view. And so that's... I rather enjoy that aspect of it. Alright. But if you're trying to hit critical hits at very long range, then the Mark II Javelin's scope is drastically superior to the hollow on the Mark III.
Oh no, they found us.
So it just depends on your playstyle, which is better for you. I like to mix up the playstyle a little bit, and I enjoy the challenge of trying to hit critical hits at very long range with the Mark III's hollow, because I'm a bit of a masochist. Alright. Yeah, as you can see, the rapid pulse cannons, they are much more accurate right now than the bolt accelerators. I've mentioned it before to the devs, but I am going to bring it up to them again. I'll hit up the Discord. That's a bug I'd really like to see fixed, because my favorite cannons I haven't really been able to use in a while, because they're not functioning like they're supposed to. And anytime I've tried to turn somebody onto using the bolt accelerators, they're like, oh, these suck. I was like, well, yeah, right now. It's not that the bolt accelerators suck, it's that glitch that's making it to where they're not very accurate, so you can't hardly hit anything. which is generally the complaint. They can't hit nothing, and that's fair. The bolt accelerators are actually insanely powerful when they actually can hit stuff, though. Ooh, 2 for 1. I'll take that. So as you can see, I've dropped below 100 health right now, which is, I'm sitting at almost 25% of my max, since 200 is my max with this build. And the beautiful thing about this is that even though I'm at 60 health, as soon as I hit 100, it activates Berserk Protocol, which gives me a 50% damage buff. So when I'm going to need extra damage because my health is low, I get a nice buff and I'm able to take things down faster. So with this build, you're very tanky when you are above 100 health, and then you hit like a truck when you're below it. Pretty useful.
Good to see you again.
Combine that with something like forceful recycling or something, and
Cargo transfer in the
you become quite versatile. Practically indestructible, really.
You have my gratitude, friend.
Alright, and we're gonna go ahead and blitz that and get that ship out of here.
Away from all this chaos. As promised,
I'm gonna go ahead and check stream health on everything.
be careful.
Alright. Sarah, good morning. How are you? Break time for you? Excellent. Yeah, we're okay for the moment. Alright. How's everything look from your guys' end? I had a time of it setting everything up this morning. We got home up in North Carolina around 10 p.m. last night, and I had to get the vehicle unloaded, and then had to get my computer and everything set up. So I was working past midnight trying to get everything good to go for today. Let's see, what should I plug this into? I'm thinking probably Legion Blueprints, because that benefits everything. So that's the way that this mission now works, this sector, guys. When you've saved the friendly, they just automatically teleport all your rewards into your cargo hold, and that's how the devs have gotten around that bug where it wasn't dropping rewards. So, pretty useful. Looks fine to you? Oh, ooh, good. Welcome home. Thank you. I appreciate it. It feels good to be home. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so clearly there's something in the way here blocking. Yep, that's what it was. Tiny bit of debris blocking the jump. I thought maybe I was unpowered or something. Nice thing about there's a handful of nice things about being home. One, the internet is more than twice as fast here than it was back in Florida, so that's nice. It comes in handy. I really like my desk setup. It's convenient for me. Naturally, because I designed everything here. Ooh, I love this area, guys. It's not brand spanking new, but this is one I don't get to see very often. It doesn't come into the pool very often. Let's see. We'll go ahead and mark that. Okay. But I do love my desk. I got a large L-shaped desk in this corner here that my wife has given me, and she found it fairly at a reasonable price. It's pretty nice. Allows me to set up everything and have a special place. Have a place over here on the side that I could use for creating artwork and drawing and just doing my other hobbies when I'm not using my computer.
That's it. You disabled the jammer. We can leave whenever we want, but you should probably gather any valuable items left from the explosion. The ship needs ammo. Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Clearing out the materia filters.
Beacon calling for backup. collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it. The ship needs ammo.
I have them now.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. I had to mute for a second. Oops.
Replenishing ship ammo.
I was trying to press D and I pressed F. Alright, once this vet's down, I believe that's all the enemy ships.
That's the end of that.
Corvette disabled.
So the rapid pulse cannons are kind of what I've been defaulting to, honestly, because the bolt accelerators right now, like I said, they're a little bugged. They can't hit things very accurately, unfortunately. The bolt accelerators are beautiful. I don't need quite that much. The bolt accelerators are my personal favorite. They're basically the marksman rifle of the pilot cannons.
Carry that to the ship. Absolutely. No problem.
But the rapid pulse cannons are the next best thing for me. They fire a little bit faster, but function very similar to the bolt accelerators. However, they are considerably more accurate right now. I also really like the disruptor lasers, but they are completely different.
Shield unit installed.
We got mass proxy, which is a really nice augment. Is there anything I can... Let's see, how many more jumps do I have? One more. I'm going to go ahead and... We're going to do that. And that's going to buff my ship pretty heavily. We got enough materia. I'm going to go ahead and craft a handful of repairs. And I'm going to go ahead and get me a shield unit. I also need to check the ammo situation. Buddy is usually pretty good about handling that, so I don't think we're going to be hurting too bad. And since we won't have materia disruption, I can just let him handle that. It feels nice to be home, you know what I mean? I love the weather up here. A big part of why I grew up in Florida, a big part of why we moved up here was the weather. I had family up here, so I've been here enough times. I know I love the area. And we've been here almost a decade now in this area. It's a really beautiful area. Lots of mountains. Lots of good hiking trails. Alright, the Corvette's way over there. If you love to get out in nature, this is a beautiful area to be. I really do enjoy Western North Carolina.
Never fret. Buddy's right behind you. A fine shot indeed.
What are we playing on Sunday? Ooh, that's a good question. What do you want to play, Sarah?
Self-destruction sequence initiated.
We haven't played... You know, I didn't get to complete a mission of Peak with you guys. I would love to play a little more Peak. I would love to stick with you and play one all the way through. And since we're home, I could just tell everybody, you know, I'm not available. And then I'll be able to hang with you for the whole stream, and that would be incredible. But it's your call, your stream, boss.
Entering jump space. Hold on to your helmets.
Peak is, for me, Peak is a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I don't play it much unless I got people to play it with, though. It's one of those kinds of games that I consider to be kind of a party game. You play it when you got friends to play it with.
The battle has already started. Planetary defenses aren't fully online yet, but we can't waste
Not that it isn't fun solo, but
capture the active cannon to aid our fleet. Hurry.
it's one of those that's better with friends. Of course, the materia clouds are like scattered all over the place. Astroneer. Ooh, you know what? Why don't we do that? That would be incredible. I know very little about Astroneer at this point. Like, I've mostly played with you guys. I would love to do that. That's a lot of fun. So Green here was kind enough to grab me Astroneer from my wish list, guys. So we played a little bit of that. I don't really know a whole lot yet. I love the crafting mechanics and stuff. In some regards, it's kind of like Minecraft in space, but it has very different mechanics in a lot of ways. So it's pretty cool. I had a good time with it.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Sarah here is an expert when it comes to Astroneer. She was showing me the ropes.
Parking procedure initiated.
So yeah, guys, if you're available Sunday, Sarah will be streaming, and more than likely, I'm going to be joining her. We're going to have some fun. Hi, friend.
Nice shot.
As a lot of you guys know, I absolutely love Jump Space, but it is not the only game I play. Legion Blueprints are absolutely murking things right now. Legion Blueprints and the Javelin are quite a powerful combo. Thanks for the shout out. Yeah, no problem, Sarah. Of course.
Take control and fire it at our ships.
So guys, if you're looking on Twitch, she goes by Sarah Lena, and I have put a link to her channel up in the Discord, and I can re-up it and make it where it's easy for you all to find.
Is coming towards us. Get back
She does a lot of horror games, and she's also been playing a bit of Peak, and we're talking about Astroneer now, so there's a handful of a variety of games there that you get to check out. It's pretty cool. Sarah's great, and you absolutely should check her out.
initiating takeoff.
In fact, Green, if you're able to do so, you are on Twitch. If you could make sure that we've shouted out her channel, I'd appreciate it in the comments there for people to check out. And I'll take care of the YouTube here in a minute.
Ship needs ammo. Build ship ammunition. Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Purging the materia filters.
I am really happy that we've got Twitch and YouTube simultaneously streaming. I tell you guys, it was a lot of work to get it going on both. It's not as hard on Windows because there are tools designed specifically to do that. Still takes some doing, but it's doable. Getting it to function on Linux, unfortunately, was a little bit harder due to the fact that most of the tools for doing that are designed for Windows. Not really a Linux issue so much as it is a support issue. But I was able to figure it out. There was a program, there was an add-on that I was able to add to OBS that allowed me to easily stream to both YouTube and Twitch, which was pretty convenient, honestly.
And there's more where that came from.
Alrighty, back to the grind. Hope you have a good stream. Thanks, Sarah. I appreciate you joining. Hope work goes okay for you today. What do we got? Just the vet? Okay. Green must be busy, so I will go ahead and throw up that shutout in the Twitch and the YouTube here in a moment, guys.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it. The ship needs ammo.
That one was for you, Iris.
You know just what a core wants, buddy.
Loading up fresh ammo.
As you can see, the accuracy glitch does occasionally affect the rapid pulse cannons, but they, as a general rule, are going to be a better choice than the bolt accelerators right now, unfortunately. As much as I love the bolt accelerators.
Destroy the enemy ships and take control of the cannons. It's a matter of time before.
So now that there's no automatic jump, no cutscene that plays when you get to the end of this mission, there's no reason to not take care of the Corvettes after the mission's over.
Parking procedure initiated. Parking procedure complete.
Hi, friend.
Fred, buddy's right behind you. That duty is done. Empty materia filters.
Cool. All right. Let's get this door cracked open. Oh, there's some goodies here. Alright.
Ground target approaching.
I absolutely love what they've done with the shotgun in this game, guys. It's incredible.
Disruptor destroyed. Reset the mechanism.
Now, of course, managing a conduit is not something you can do while reloading. It does interrupt the reload. There are a handful of actions you can do while reloading. That is not one of them.
The cannon has
Melee strikes, grapples, those don't interrupt the reload. You can actually activate reload while doing those actions usually, which is pretty cool, I think.
Taking ammo.
Let's go ahead and grab ammunition. So, little wet to kind of whet your appetite, guys. I will be working on a video this week. Hopefully it'll go out Friday-ish, but no guarantees. I'm not going to set a deadline for when it's going to come out, but the goal is to have it out as soon as I'm capable of. But it's going to be talking about the lore in the game, what we currently know, what we have coming. We've gotten some cool tidbits that have been added to the game that I'm not sure everybody has noticed. Not to mention, I was able to contact Groove the other day, and he didn't divulge too much information. He doesn't want to give away too much, but he was able to kind of clue me in a direction I might go with that video and some things that I could take advantage of there. So he was extremely helpful. These devs are great. Like they, when I contact Groove on Discord, like it only takes a few hours for him to get back to me. Honestly,
disruptor destroyed.
he's great about that.
Reset the mechanism. Legion troops are bound for the cannon. Their disruptors will be calibrated to fire it off lead.
I'm able to, being in the content creator program, I'm able to directly message him, and he gets back to me real quick.
That's the last cannon.
So if I've got questions about the game or about what's coming in the future or whatever,
A huge force
if he's able to talk about it, he does. Obviously, they've got to keep some things under wrap, and he has limits on what he can tell me, but what he can tell me, he's very quick about doing so, and I rather appreciate it.
shield unit installed.
All right. We're going to go ahead and deploy that there. We've claimed both cannons, and now we're getting jumped. Go.
Entering the combat stage.
So they've made it to where this mission is much more solo-friendly than it used to be. One of the complaints was that the enemy ships never stopped spawning, and that was true. They never did. Even when you had to go on foot and deal with the cannons, your ship would continue to get bombarded. And it was what I kind of learned to do in the beta, since that was an issue when this mission first got added, because I was there for the beta when this got added. What you just had to do was basically make sure you had a store of materia, which was a problem since there was a 2-jump version of the artillery at challenge rating 5 in the beginning. It was a pain in the butt. But you had to make sure you had a store of materia, and then with that store of materia, Body would continue to repair the ship and keep it from dying, and you just had to ignore the fact that it was critical health, basically. Because there really wasn't much you could do about it. You had to claim the cannons to win the mission, and you couldn't keep the ship in full health and do that at the same time. So you just kind of had to accept the ship was going to take a ton of damage and constantly be in the red and move on. But they have adjusted it to where now when you are in solo, once you've kind of cleared the wave and the cannons become under assault, enemies more or less stop spawning after a point. So it's made it a little bit easier to maintain the health of your ship while still dealing with the objective. Now that is mostly in solo. When you have 4-player teams, the ships still continue to spawn, so.
Legion has gained control of the cannon. You need to destroy the disruptor.
But I find it a little bit easier to divide and conquer when you've got 4 players in the mission, especially if you're running the Dart, because the Dart really only needs 1 to 2 people to function optimally. You need a pilot who can also double as an engineer, and you need a gunner who can also double as an engineer. So as long as you got 2 people on the ship capable, then it's really pretty easy to manage things there. And then the other 2 can go about capturing the cannons. So divide and conquer, I find, is to be one of the best methods when you are playing in multiplayer, obviously. Okay, he's down on the other side here.
Enemy fleet is nearly destroyed.
Disruptor destroyed.
Alright, one less disruptor. Legion blueprints putting in work. Breaching the shield with a shotgun blast and taking the heavy out in a single strike. That's funny.
Ground target approaching.
Let's duck and scoot over here so we're not taking fire.
Area secure. No more targets.
Alright, cool.
The cannon has been re-engaged.
Alright, well, as you can see, enemy ships did not spawn in while I was on foot dealing with the cannons. I cleared the wave that was attacking me and then came in and dealt with the cannons. So in solo, it gives you a little bit of a reprieve between enemy ships attacking. Pretty helpful. Well, I guess I need to reload my shotgun.
Initiating takeoff.
So as a handful of you know, while I was down in Florida, I started using mouse and keyboard. And the guys, I love it. As everybody says, once they've gone to mouse and keyboard, I am not going back.
I'm replenishing ship ammo.
I still have my controller. It's a nice controller. It's an 8-bit DOE Ultimate 2, which is Bluetooth controller, which is really a good controller. I'm going to hang on to it in case I ever play games that would absolutely need it for some reason. But for most of the games I play, honestly, mouse and keyboard is superior. And I don't have anything fancy. I've got Red Dragon mechanical keyboard, which is not super expensive. You can pick that up on Amazon for, I don't know, 50 bucks maybe tops. And then the mouse is even cheaper than that. I got the Red Dragon, I don't know, Pro or whatever. It's like $35 on Amazon, depending on region and everything, but not super expensive when you consider the fact that you can spend $200+ on a controller. Spending sub 100 on a mouse and keyboard doesn't feel that bad. And given the fact that I really don't, I take good care of my equipment and I don't replace it very often, so I like to buy something I'm actually going to enjoy and then just hang on to it. Sounds like the cannons are spooling up. I'm just going to go ahead and shove in this large repair. I don't quite have as many pips to worry about as that, but nice shot, buddy. I'm actually not entirely sure how you hit that shot. That was like below the ship and you hit it with the railgun, but kudos to you, buddy.
The Legion fleet is destroyed.
Alright, cool. Enemy ships have been dealt with, or enemy fleet has been dealt with. Now I just got to clean up this mess. You can deal with the corvettes, and then I can jump out. Go ahead and take care of these snipers. And then we got one fighter remaining, and he's toast. Good job. Alright, cool. Good work, buddy. Alright, now we're just going to snag the corvettes, and then we can get out. I'm probably going to grab that Mark III halberd and bring it out with me. I might swap to that crazy build I was mentioning before. It's super ammo hungry, but it's very powerful. I have I kind of adopted a tendency to not worry about ammo hungry builds so much when I was playing Deep Rock Galactic a lot. Thing is, people will go for ammo conservative builds in Deep Rock Galactic. As somebody who plays on the hardest non-modded difficulties and who has dabbled in the modded difficulties, I will say that generally speaking, ammo conservation is not your biggest concern. Health conservation is your biggest concern. If you spend a little extra ammo to keep your health topped off, you're doing a lot better, in my opinion. Your health is a resource as much as your ammunition. So, oftentimes you are better off putting your resources into your ammo rather than putting your resources into your health. That was my viewpoint when playing Deep Rock Galactic. So I embraced the ammo hungry builds. Didn't hesitate to use a grenade. Didn't hesitate to use my most powerful weapons and stuff because Yeah, if I was killing things fast enough that they couldn't hurt me, then that was less I had to heal. And fewer times that I was going to be down, and fewer times that I was going to be creating a hardship for my team members. And I kind of take that same approach here in Jump Space, to be honest. I don't mind using the ammo-hungry stuff, because if I'm benefiting the team with the power I'm putting out and going down less, then I feel like ultimately I'm doing more good. Oh, hi friends. You guys ever seen this glitch? They're hiding inside the floorboards, and they only pop up as when you get close.
If you bring a I will stay out of your way. But let me know whenever you fly solo and need a wing pop.
Funny stuff.
Self-destruction sequence initiated. Leave the ship as soon as possible.
This is hands down my favorite game. No lie, guys. I love this game. There are a lot of other games that I really enjoy too, and I like different genres. Like this first-person shooter experience is not the only thing that I enjoy playing. I really like Metroidvanias, for instance. I just bought Mio, Memories in Orbit, which honestly released yesterday. We picked it up yesterday. It's on sale right now if you want to check it out. Love the art style. It's a Metroidvania style game. I'm actually planning on doing a little bit of streaming for it. I'm not going to take away from Jump Space here, but I would like to do a separate stream and just kind of cover the game because it looks beautiful. It looks fun. And I played the demo and absolutely loved the experience of the demo. So my guess is it's going to be an incredible game. If you like the Metroid games, then Mio seems like it's probably right up your alley. The art style is absolutely beautiful. It looks watercolor, hand-drawn, hand-painted, really. And it's very, like I said, Metroidvania mechanics. It's what I played in the demo I loved. So I'm going to be checking that out as well. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and mix things up.
For you, my friend.
I'm going to grab that ammo-hungry build I was talking about. Let's see. It was dual burst actuator, as I recall. Feedback injector. Could go with kill protocol for the damage buff, and that would honestly fit. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do, honestly. Let's do kill protocol. So we're going all in on the damage. We've got the dual burst actuator, kill protocol, and feedback injector. Felix, welcome in.
Anything new to report?
And that's going to make this halberd very deadly. Let's see. What seems interesting? I do at one point want to do a data breach mission. I think that would be fun. We got a vault breach over here that could be fun.
Prepared for jump when you are.
Do we have any decent artifacts over here? Work system is still going up and down after 3 days. Oh, geez, Green. I'm sorry, buddy. That sucks. That's very similar. I don't necessarily need that. I'm going to grab those two. Those seem useful. Let me make sure everything's in order here. Rapid pulse, drift phase. So yeah, we got the build that I just had, which should work. I'm gonna roll with that. All right. While we are chilling here, I'm going to go ahead and throw up what put up what I said I was going to put up. Let's see. All right. Alright, I've gone into my channel on Twitch, which means I am now hearing myself talk. That is a strange sensation. Alright, guys. So I've got Sarah's channel there. You should be able to find her there. And let me see if I can... let's go to my web browser here. Let's pull up Twitch at a separate page. Let's just send me back here. Okay. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Then we're gonna go... Okay. We're gonna go ahead and close out all that because hearing myself talk to myself there is a little strange. Alright, and there we go. It is now in the that is now in the YouTube as well. Alright, that's the shout out to Sarah's channel there, guys. If you want to check that out, please do. She's been very regular about streaming, and she has been able to provide quite a bit of content on Twitch over there. So she's been streaming, I believe it's every Friday and every Sunday. So, and she has been extremely consistent with that. And you will frequently catch me over there gaming with her as well. So, if you want to check it out, please, by all means, do so. All right. Well. All right. Pardon me, guys.
We'll find the vault in a sector just a few
Alright,
jumps
cool.
away.
Let's
Once
go
there, we
ahead
must
and get
enter the
underway.
vault
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run the
careful. The Legion
halberd here.
guards locations like this. Let's start moving out whenever you're ready.
Let's go ahead and grab Nisa. The power grid should be in order, but I'm going to take a quick glance at it. Thank you, honey. I appreciate it.
Jump imminent. Remains.
Sarah says, to Green, I bet you're going to complain about having no work. Yeah, Green says, I have no complaints, as it is fall episode day.
Distress call is coming to this area. Move closer to investigate it.
Okay. Well, we got that there. Let's go ahead and put that there. All right. Good to go. All right. All right, well, here we go. I see missile gunships. I don't see any mine layers just yet. Unless, yeah, that's a mine layer, isn't it? Yep. I thought there might be one.
Empty collectors to retrieve.
Locked and loaded.
The mine layers are pretty easy to spot because they're funny shaped. They're very different looking from all the other ships. Nice shot.
Material collected. Empty collectors to retrieve. Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed. Material collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
All right, we got 2 ships left. This heavy fighter and the vet. And he's being silly. Hey, Green, these Corvettes, sometimes they scuff the paint worse than you do, buddy.
They're gone. Thank you for your help. I wouldn't have made it without you. You can take some of my cargo as promised.
Ooh, I know what it was. Green. Before the Legion became such a threat, you learned how to pilot from them, didn't you?
Material collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
So we've got a couple of vets, and we've got...
Over
Or
here.
actually, we got a buoy there, we got the cache, and then we got the vet. So let's go ahead and deal with those real quick. Okay, we're in range. Looks like he's heading for the buoy, so I'm going to grab the material off the filters. There are drastic benefits to only having one weapon in your inventory. It allows you to carry a lot of extra stuff without everything getting jumbled into a bag and then having to be managed, you know? But of course, there are benefits to being able to hot swap between weapons as well, so...
Shield unit installed.
An inebriated buddy taught you. Buddy as in the robot. Yeah, no, I understood. You've got Shauna cracking up over here. All right, we got the cash.
Drone.
Should have just done Q, which would pop me out, I guess. Oh well. Too late to worry about it now. We made it. Shield recycler. We got LMG. Small ship repair. And a railgun. Okay, cool deal. I feel like that needs to be a thing, right? We need to have an inebriated buddy. All right, he's over at the vet. Okay, he's got that taken care of. So what I'm going to do is focus on getting ship ammo back up in order. Okay, we're set there. We did pick up a core repair. There's no reason not to use it. We got artifacts up ahead. I think we're good to go. Go ahead and get us to a point where we can jump. He's better now. He regularly attends Oilaholics Anonymous meetings. That is incredible. All right, let's go.
Preparing for jump space.
That's incredible, Green. Well, I will say with the internet we got rolling right now, things could look pretty good overall. We're barely dropping any frames at all. We dropped a few down in Florida with the other internet system set up. So yeah, dual streaming up here in North Carolina where I've got almost twice the speed on the internet. Imagine that. It's making for a better stream. Not that the internet's slow down in Florida. If you weren't dual streaming and gaming and doing all the things that I'm doing, then the internet's more than sufficient if you just want a game. But for what I'm doing, and certainly they probably could have gotten the higher one, but faster speeds probably available. It's just that was what we had since I was at somebody else's house, you know. And my father-in-law was kind enough to let me use his setup, so. He also was kind enough to let me string up an Ethernet cable straight to his modem, so that was pretty helpful. Alright, well, strike force is down. Let's go ahead and get to the point.
Shield unit installed.
I'm going to go ahead and check the shelving over here. Sometimes there's some goodies over here. Looks like there's some loose materia, but I don't see any weapons or anything, so.
Your unauthorized access attempt has been detected. Hostile forces are
All right.
mobilizing.
Let's rock and roll. Now, it is possible we'll get the on-foot segments. We'll have to flip the conduit in order to keep the progress bar going, the override going, but we'll see. There's two of us.
System malfunction identified. A manual bypass is required.
I've actually seen, more recently, they've actually given some on-foot segments in even solo, but they have adjusted it to where you're not going to get as many ships attacking you, much like it works in the artillery mission that we just did, where you're not getting ships attacking you while you're on foot. I think that is kind of the way to handle that, because just because I'm playing in a solo mission, I don't want to not have the on-foot segments, you know?
Entering the combat station.
I don't want to miss out on part of the experience just because I don't have a full crew, is kind of my thought process there. I stay forever in the light.
Empty collectors.
I awaken higher rise.
Ship needs
Alright. We're gonna need a core repair. We've got fires on the ship. I'm gonna try and drop this vet. We got another enemy ship in the area. I'm assuming it's probably a fighter or something.
board it and look for valuables.
Heavy fighter. Okay, that's down. Boost away from the missiles.
Progress halted. You need to perform a manual bypass to proceed.
Alright.
Shield unit installed. Shield
Progress
unit
bar is almost finished filling, which means we will stop getting enemies at that point. We have enough materia that we can craft repairs and stuff as needed.
Weapons hot. Time to dance.
All security nodes are offline. The lockdown is lifted. Return to the entrance and retrieve the assets.
Okay, progress is completed. Now we just gotta drop these two heavy fighters. Then we'll be golden.
I'm replenishing ship ammo.
We can go ahead and bring us over to the Corvette. We'll deal with that real quick. Helix, good job on all the repairs. I'm gonna head for that Corvette. Alright, we're gonna do a little flip-flop here and come over to the right side of the ship, since everything's on the left side of the vet. And my health is getting low. Just deleted with this build. This build's a lot of fun. I wouldn't say it's the most powerful build in the game, but it does make certain things go down very quickly.
Self-destruction sequence initiated. Leave the ship as soon as possible. I've detected new jump drive jammer signal. We need to destroy the source before we can make a jump.
Alright, we got friends. Looks like there's a handful of friends. Is that... Oh, I don't see a sniper right off. Yep, just fighters. Okay. Nice shot. Okay, one less. We've already dealt with the vet. Let's go ahead and get the loot from this jump point here. This jammer, and then I'm gonna grab the materia filters here. Okay. Telmarian stabilizer. Core repair. Alright, cool deal. I'm not sure we need the core repair just yet. Telmarian stabilizer's okay, but I'm thinking actually what I might do is oh, we got double shield recycler. That's interesting. I'm gonna shove it into grid redirector and should be good there. Got alright, he's dealing with some artifacts there. I'm gonna go ahead and get us lined up for a jump. And then I'm gonna check and see if we got a shield unit up here. We do. It's got a single use remaining now. Good deal. Okay. Alright, well, he dealt with the artifacts, so I think we're good to go, guys. Excellent.
Jump space. Hold on to your helmets.
Alright, well, I need to mute my mic for a second, guys. Give me 1 second.
A Legion strike force is inbound. Get ready. The strike force is approaching.
Sir Dial-Out, welcome in, buddy. Alright,
The strike force is here.
got a strike force here.
Materia
Got
collected.
a missile gunship. Oh, thruster malfunction.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Alright, thank you, sir.
Drone over here.
He got the thruster malfunction already taken care of. I see corvettes. I'm gonna... We got fighters off this direction. There's one enemy ship remaining.
Empty collectors to retrieve
Aside from the vet, he's here and down. Good. All right.
auxiliary powered corvette.
All right. Vet is down. We got some broken components on the ship. I'm gonna help with those. Get us in order here. He's got auxiliary. I'm gonna go for the pilot cannon. All right. And while I'm here, might as well grab the materia. Set destination, but of course we have things to take care of while we're here. That's right there. So one of the beautiful things about being home is I actually have a dual screen monitor setup now, which I had set up before I left, but I wasn't able to take it all with me when I went to Florida. Kind of had to simplify my setup. I do think I'm going to probably reposition this second monitor. If you guys see me keep looking up, it's because I'm
Construction sequence initiated.
checking chat and stuff, and checking the health of the stream. Up on the second monitor here, which I have above the first one. I'm not super thrilled with the placement, but
Grab ammo.
it's alright. I will adjust it later. I've got to make some tweaks to my overall setup here. I love what I've got going, but a few tweaks of placement of items would make a big difference. I also needed to manage my cables. I've got some tie downs and stuff coming that have been ordered and that are going to be making it a whole lot easier to make my cable management look much better. Right now, it's a nightmare. Last night, I was in a hurry to get everything set up and ready for today's stream since I got home late last night, and I just needed to get everything set up. But the cable management right now is horrifying. I absolutely hate the way everything looks right now. Something not all of you know is that I am on the autistic spectrum. It's not something that's severe or disabling for me, but it does give me a certain desire for organization in my life. And having my cable management be all askew right now is kind of ticking me off.
Shield unit installed.
It is funny, though. It's something that affects me more in my own life. Like if I go to somebody else's house and things are messy and all over the place, it isn't going to faze me in the slightest. I don't care. That is not my personal space. But when it comes to my personal space, it needs to be in order, guys. So, like, I'm not OCD. I just like personal organization. That's all. Well, we got healing stem here. I'll mark it so people know it's there. Let's go grab the materia. I'm planning on the side to do a little bit of an about me content. Nothing too drastic. Just kind of let you guys know, generally speaking, who I am and what I plan to do with the channel and everything. And spoiler alert, my goal with the channel is basically just to help to create and foster a good community around Jump Space right now. And then to check out other games as they become relevant. Which is really how this all got started, to be honest. I've been surprised by the reaction, to be sure. When I first started trying to basically promote Jump Space, I was in the beta. We were under NDA. I couldn't talk about anything I was experiencing in the beta because, you know, legally I wasn't allowed to. But I was noticing that the discourse on certain social medias was absolutely dead. There was no discourse around Jump Space. And I don't know, we were, what, 17 days out from early access launch? And I'm like, well, this needs to change. I really love this game. I want to see it do well. And I'd love to see the community that builds up around Jump Space to be as positive as the Deep Rock Galactic community, which, if you're not familiar, the Deep Rock Galactic community tends to be very kind and welcoming to newcomers. And I kind of wanted that for Jump Space. Not that you don't get trolls and unkind people in the Deep Rock Galactic community, because you'll get them anywhere, but as a general rule, the community is quite solid, and I wanted that to be the same here. So, rather than wait and see and hope that it would wind up that way, I thought, I'm going to do what I can to be a positive force in the community and try and encourage others to be the same. And honestly, I can say, you guys are great. I absolutely love everybody that has been following the channel, everybody that's taking the time to comment or participate, or y'all are wonderful. You guys make everything here possible and what's happening. Without you guys, we wouldn't have the community that we do. But anyway, I started posting on Reddit to try and be the force I wanted to see in the community, and I really was expecting to receive a lot of hate because Reddit can be kind of a rough place sometimes. And what I actually received instead was a huge ton of support, which really threw me for a loop. People making comments like, I look forward to seeing your post every day, and basically I just started off doing a countdown on Reddit for release of early access. Started at 17 days out before early access. I said 17 days till launch of early access, and it was just a text post, right? It wasn't anything fancy.
Taking ammo.
And yeah, the response was huge. Like thousands of people saw it. People were commenting. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And I kept doing it. And then about 4 days later, I thought, well, you know, people are really responding to these posts and really enjoying them, which, I mean, I had hoped for, but I didn't dream it could happen. The devs, they have a page in their Discord that is designed for content creators, images and things that you're able to use in your content creation. And I thought, well, I'm not a content creator per se, but since I'm using it to hype up the game, I doubt the devs would get overly upset if I were to use these images on Reddit and use them to help to create more engaging posts. So I started doing that. And I post every day leading up to early access launch, and was just using the images that the devs were providing, because obviously I had my own game footage, my own photos and stuff, screenshots that I had taken from in-game, but it was beta and under NDA, so I couldn't talk about it or use it. But what the devs provided us with was actually quite compelling stuff, and I was able to start using that for my posts, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing that and creating captions that were somewhat witty. Like,
Safe travels out there.
yeah, we can't afford nothing. It's material disruption, and just trying to drum up interest in the game. And the response was pretty crazy, actually. I wasn't expecting that, and so it made me thought, well, you know, the response here has been pretty crazy. What if I were to stretch out into, say, YouTube, and just try and promote the game there and have fun with it? So that's what I did. A lot of you guys came along. Many of you came from Reddit and have told me so. And yeah, the community's been absolutely stunning. I was going to stream day one on YouTube when the game launched, which was the 19th of September, and I had it all set up. I thought everything was in order as far as YouTube was telling me. Everything was set and I was good to stream. And I was just going to stream my experience with the launch of the game. And I went to stream day of, and wouldn't you know, YouTube was suddenly telling me, oh, by the way, you're not set up for streaming. So it was not going to work. So that day I finally gave up after fighting with it for a couple hours. I finally gave up and I just said, okay, screw it. We're going to check out Twitch. And so I actually wound up streaming on Twitch that day. And that went pretty well.
Grabbing ammo.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab my shotgun. Take that with me just in case. I'm gonna grab an off-foot ammo crate. And yeah, but then shortly after that, YouTube did get resolved. The issue with YouTube did get resolved, and I started streaming here on YouTube, and YouTube kind of became the main place to catch me for quite a while. And then, as you guys know, I just recently started doing Twitch again as well on top of YouTube, so now we're doing both. And it's a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed the response I've gotten from you guys. It's really, 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 really awesome. And I've really enjoyed hanging out with you guys and getting to play this game with you. And honestly, I'm pretty happy. Jump Space has been exactly what I was hoping it would be. I'm going to go down just from fire, aren't I? No, it's going to stop ticking right at 1 HP. Incredible. Alright, I need to heal up. Otherwise, I'm not going to be of any use.
Look here.
Alright, well, we'll give him a second. Any plans for monetization on the channel? I mean, yeah, if that becomes an option, I will be monetizing the channel, but my goal is to keep things not aggressive, right? Because in the monetization, you can set it to where it shows tons of ads, or you can set it to where it shows very little ads, and I would rather keep it on very little ads, because frankly, I'm not interested in making it an unpleasant experience for people. I'd rather keep it as a pleasant experience and not make very much money than make a ton of money and drive people away.
Stints.
But being able to monetize the channel would make it where doing this full time is really not that big a deal, and I can just do that, focus on this, and I would love that. Certainly wasn't the direction I thought I'd be going with this ultimately, but here we are. I would say I've been highly blessed because the devs have made me a part of the content creator program now, which is I totally did not expect. I applied for the content creator program back when I first started, and I didn't think it was going to happen. You know, I'm a tiny channel. There's a lot of guys covering jump space that much bigger channels than me. And yeah, so I didn't expect to really get much of a response from them. Surprisingly enough, it really didn't take that long before Groove reached out to me and
Taking ammo.
offered to send me the helmet for the content creator program, which is pretty cool. And on top of the helmet, I get to chat with Groove directly, which is really nice. He's been able to inform me a lot about the game and be able to help me to learn a lot of things, so it's pretty cool. And on top of learning from him, I also get to ask him questions if I am making, say, a specific video and I need some info about the game. I'm able to communicate with him and just, yeah, he gets back to me rather quickly. Even though we have a bit of a time difference between me and him, clearly he's over in Sweden, I'm in the US. I can send him a question, and I mean, as soon as he's able, he will respond. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome.
Over here.
Let's go ahead and put this all into one bag, I think. And then we're good.
Did you push the button? Oh. Everything has gone into lockdown.
Hopefully that doesn't upset you, Wolf. I'm not interested in doing anything too aggressive with monetization. I also create artwork, which is something I do as a hobby. Both traditional and digital art, and
Grab ammo.
I'll probably be doing fan art for the game, and I don't know. If the devs are okay with it, I may sell it on the side, but that's not something I'm doing right away. That would be a down the road kind of thing. Something that has occurred to me that I might do, but
Assistance, please.
no definitive plans right this moment for that. Just kind of a thought.
It will take you along. Expect Legion opposition.
Oh,
Check
I got
this out.
tased. Thank you, sir. You can actually get away from the tasers, guys, which is interesting. If you are in motion when they tase you, you can actually move outside their range and break the tase. Like if you're grappling when they grab you. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Been able to pull it off a couple of times. I knew I was going to get grabbed, so I just grabbed the hold of a grapple point and
Grabbed ammo.
threw myself basically outside of their range. Double shotgun blast is crazy.
Stock up.
No problem, just looking for a way to give back. I subscribe to a couple of monthly YouTubers. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I will be eventually monetizing when that becomes an option. We're a ways off from that, though, on YouTube. Twitch, we're much closer. Oh, I got tased.
Taser.
So, we're much closer on YouTube. Twitch. Twitch allows you to monetize much sooner than YouTube does. But,
Here.
okay, you already got the bag. Good deal.
Enemy ships are approaching. Get a move on.
I don't expect to make a ton, but, you know, it'll be, that was never the goal of this anyway, so anything I make is just gravy. When I started doing this, the goal was just to create a community and try to help support the game, which I've been able to, well, we've been able to do. I mean, you guys, you've been great. We've been able to have a lot of fun. So honestly, I feel like I've already reached my goal. You know, anything else we accomplish beyond this is beautiful, but what wasn't required for me to consider this a success.
Hey, the door's now open. Go.
But I'll take it. All right, I got the pack, guys. Or I thought I had the pack. You grabbed it. Okay. Ooh, I need a grenade right now. Devs. A grenade that I could have chucked right in the middle of all that mess would have been so handy.
Quick, get back to the ship. There's a jammer ship inbound. We can't jump until it's destroyed. It will arrive shortly. Stay
Which we
alert.
will be getting grenades, guys, so.
Shield unit installed.
They've just got to fix a few issues with the physics, and then we should be getting grenades. Grenades were in the game originally. I remember when they were in. During the demo we had grenades. They were rare to find, but you did find them. They weren't like a part of your loadout kit, which is something I would rather they be.
There's the jammer ship. Take it out so we can leave.
I'd rather they just be a rechargeable or something on your loadout. Okay, where's the jammer exactly? There it is. Gotcha.
Shield unit installed. The jammer has been
Or something that you could, or even something that you could reload that's a part of your standard kit. I would prefer it to be that way rather than something you find in mission. But, yeah. Just my thought process on the grenades. The way that Deep Rock Galactic handles grenades is pretty good. They're a standard part of your loadout kit. You get to pick what kind of grenade you're going to go in with, and then you just reload it at a resupply. And I could see something like that being useful for this game as well. Thank you, honey. Jester, welcome in. All right, well, I'm gonna swap out my build, I think. All right, Wolf, thanks for joining, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Catch you later. All right. If you guys want to pick a level, I'm happy to play whatever. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to swap out my build here.
What you need.
So I'm just curious, guys. What do you call? What do you personally call these the names of this game? Because like, the game calls bows. But I've heard Groove call him Boza. So so that's usually what I call him because I've heard Groove say it. I'm not sure which is correct. Is it Boza? Is it Boza? Is it both? Does it depend on your accent and region? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. And then also, some people have taken issue with me calling the gnome Nisa, but that's also what Groove calls it. So that's kind of why I've always called the gnome Nisa. So need some radioactive waste. Okay, 10-4. that means we're taking the catamaran, so you can do that. I'm gonna grab, let's swap out the build. I'm gonna go probably, this is okay here. I'd rather run that for the ammunition. And then, let's do the, I'm gonna swap to the rapid pulse cannon here.
I'll get that installed.
Give the pilot a gun that he can use. We've got dual targeting modules.
Interesting.
Yeah, same, man. I'm gonna take the cat.
There are some interesting
And then, let's see, let's do, I'm thinking, we just did a vault. We have it, okay, you pick the mission. I'm good with it. Sabotage, hazard 4. Okay, I'm down. All right, now I just need to see if Chester needs a weapon. I'll give him this here halberd. It is Mark III after all. All right.
Assault rifle.
array is in a sector just a few jumps
That assault rifle's fair game, guys. Anybody who wants it can have it.
tightening its grip on this region. Make whatever preparations you need, and then let's start moving out.
The radioactive guy. So we got Legion blueprints, which is a personal favorite. And then, yeah, we were able to pick up... Okay, you put it up there? Cool. So what we got, friendly fire is useful, but I don't necessarily... It doesn't need to be buffed. It's already powerful enough. So I'm going to set that off to the side. So if we get the resonant amplifier, we've got other things that can be affected by it. So Dialot, I love that you're helping him out. That's great. I love to see it, buddy. All right. Let's see. We got credits, repair kits. If we go that way, we can get artifacts. So I'm thinking we go this direction. You guys good with that? I'm going to double check the... power grid's not quite in order. I'm going to make some adjustments real quick.
Component uninstalled. Component installed. Component installed.
All right, that should fix the generators. And then we can fit pretty much everything in. No big deal. Good enough. All right. Nice job, guys. All right, we're set to run. Yeah, but I mean, when everybody's running around in panic, that's the best time. Helmet quest guy, hostage gnome, buddy is buddy. Indeed, Green. This guy.
The facility we're approaching has communication equipment used for Legion logistics. I need you to perform an override so I can disable the system.
Goster, welcome in.
Detect equipment in the facility I can get you access to.
Over here.
Okay, we got ourselves a buoy. Those friends are probably going to aggro pretty quick. We're not far off from them, so let's get this buoy quick. Got a materia ingot. We take those. Rocket launcher. All right, I think we're clear. Good job. And there's the aggro. Okay.
Targeting module locked.
Huh. I've noticed that Buddy has started activating like targeting modules even when we have a full crew, which I thought he didn't do anything when you have a full crew. Or at least he says he is. That's interesting.
Corvette disabled. You may board it and look for valuables.
Got fighter behind us here. Nice.
Materia collected. Empty collectors.
Alright, and the vet's down. Interesting. Were you using a railgun, buddy? Alright, laser drone's down. I think we're clear.
Self-destruction sequence initiated. Leave the ship.
So just in case there's any friends remaining when we go to do the conduit, if we got another guy managing the conduit, I'll usually just stay behind him and keep an eye out for friends that'll sneak up behind him, but nothing there, so we were clear. Good deal. We could use a shield unit. I don't think we picked up any. Open life is letting me fall apart. Stay forever in the light. Alright, cool deal.
Shield unit installed. Materia collect. Shield unit installed.
Alright, shields are topped off. We got some materia here. Gonna send it down. And we got some over there. I'm gonna go grab that. You're about to hit another cloud. That works.
Empty collectors to retrieve.
I love how the grapple points are laid out on the catamaran, guys. It is so much fun to just zip around this ship. Absolutely incredible. Not to mention that when it's flying by at max speed, you can latch on to anywhere and still get inside the ship. Excellent. I mean, you can on the Dart too now, but that wasn't always the case with the Dart.
Legion are sure to have additional defense forces nearby. Prepare for reinforcements once we try and breach the system.
All right. We're doing pretty good on materia. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and craft us an on-foot ammo box.
Once we've breached the security system, I can open the gate.
If it will permit me. Jeez, that would be explain why we were jumping around. His ping was over 800 for a moment. Looks like it's settled down now, though.
Look. Found an assault rifle.
Cool, cool. And looks like there's a healing unit. We got these here. I did put down an ammo crate. I should ping it so everybody knows it's there.
Check over here.
Can't spell for crud.
Assistance, please. Over here.
I like that position because that position is pretty safe overall. It's a place you can fall back and resupply without being a threat being taken down. Other people like to put it where the action is going to be hot, and that makes sense too. Comes down to personal preference. I like to be able to fall back and resupply without having the pressure of being constantly assaulted. But to each their own. Okay, this is down. Looks like they got that point. So I'm just gonna focus on bots. Huh? How do we both go down? I'm gonna have to watch the replay there. I have no idea what happened there.
System malfunction.
Oh, wait. Okay. Rocket launcher. Okay, understood. No big deal. Fred happens. I was really confused for a moment.
Taking ammo.
System malfunction.
To be fair, I mean, you didn't know I was going to zip over there. I jetpacked right into his face with a shotgun. You had no way of knowing I was going to do that, so... Hitting me with a rocket launcher blast is not really your fault. Crud happens.
Progress halted. You need to perform a manual bypass to proceed. System malfunction identified. A manual bypass is required.
Need
Okay.
some assistance. Ammo.
Seems like a good time to resupply.
Grabbing ammo.
Let's hop off my shotgun, because that's what I've been using mostly for this area.
Override complete. You're done.
Cool.
Enter the vault and
Grabbed ammo. Taking ammo. A hand.
Nice work. Got some loot here. I'm gonna check in case we left anything behind. Looks good. Okay, ammo crate was used up. Good enough. Good work, guys. Stay forever and... We're a little tight on materials, so I'm not going to go ahead and reload this. I'm going to hold off. Could use other methods later. So let's go ahead and do that.
initiating takeoff.
I'm going to go ahead and get us lined up for jump. There's only one way to go. We're lined up. That is not what I was trying to do. Nice. Little laser tag before we start. Get everybody healed up. All right, I think we're good, guys. Hey, Spectre, how's it going, buddy? You doing all right?
Jump beacon detected. Quickly destroy it before it calls for backup.
Okay. Mining lasers have a bit more range than my rapid pulse cannon, so you're going to be able to hit that before I can. All right. And we're out. Good deal. Nice job, guys.
Prepare to enter jump space.
So, Spectre, how's your morning going, buddy? suppose it's not morning here either anymore. We just hit noon, so afternoon this time.
The distress call is
Pardon
coming
me.
from this area. Move closer to investigate it.
The drastic weather changes has got my sinuses pissed off right now. We're back in North Carolina as of last night, and yeah, it's a little chilly here right now. I love it. I love the cold, but my sinuses are not thrilled that we went from Florida to North Carolina in just a handful of hours.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Really hoping I don't get sick. I came home to my niece being sick, so we'll see how that goes. It's my understanding that, ooh, is this one of the new... I haven't gotten this one before, I don't think, for this particular type of... This is pretty nifty. I think I might have gotten this area once before. This seems like a more rare occurrence. So we're gonna need a fire extinguisher. Somebody's grabbed one. Good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and grab one down here just to have... Okay, you guys got that one too. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump from it. Alright, you got it clear. I'm gonna start repairing components. You guys are putting out fires.
Systems are starting to stabilize.
Now we just need the drive, which will be over here.
Core systems aren't blasted. It's too broken to fix.
And good.
We're stuck here unless
Nice
we get
work.
a hold of a new jump drive. It's only a matter of time before we run into more Legion troops. Listen, I'm transporting refugees from a nearby sector. Legion attacks have been ramping up lately. I know it's a lot to ask, but can you help us one more time? It's not a lot, but I can offer some supplies in return for your help.
Stay forever in the light. I awaken high rise. Alright, let's see what's next. Yeah, I've had Breaking Benjamin stuck in my head lately. Okay, he's heading to that point, so we'll go ahead and head here.
Need some assistance.
Do a little divide and conquer.
There might be something worth salvaging inside of this shipwreck. Investigate it.
Been listening to a lot of Shinedown, a lot of Breaking Benjamin.
Parking
I got stuff lately. A lot of rock.
Investigate.
Whoops.
Parking procedure.
Hi, friend. I don't know, it didn't seem like it was worth wasting a bullet on that. Got side clip here.
Med stims.
This jump drive is radioactive. It is not functional, but you can disassemble it.
Alright, well, the other jump drive is no good. We'll see how this one is. This looks like it's the radioactive one, so it's going to be the final point.
This jump drive is radioactive. It is not
Look over
functional,
here.
but you can disassemble it.
And then we won't be able to get out until the other player gets here, it seems. Okay. Wait, there's a grapple point here, guys.
Clear out the intruders.
Alright, that fixed the getting stuck, but there was an issue with people getting soft locked in here, but they've added a jump point now. A grapple point so you can still get out in case of you being divided like this. That is good. People were very unhappy about getting soft locked in there when they were separated. And that is completely valid and fair, I think. Use unstuck in main menu? Yeah, you could do that too. You absolutely could. And that would send you straight back to the ship. He's not wrong. I'm gonna need to grab some ammunition.
Initiating takeoff. There might be something worth salvaging inside of this shipwreck.
It is a good idea.
Parking procedure complete.
Yeah, mostly. I'm gonna grab some ammo and then I'm good to go.
Look here.
Alright. Our jump drive is going to be here. I'm going to grab it, guys. We're going to get jumped. We could probably just rush past everything.
This jump
You,
drive appears to
all right,
be
you got
in
it.
enough shape.
All right,
It's
door's
just
already
one
open. Good job, guys.
Let's return it
Let's
to
go ahead and
the
get out.
position.
Did you do it unstuck? Seems you did. Okay. Okay, he's out. Good deal. Destination is set. Thank you, sir. That's what I was going to ask for.
Initiating takeoff.
Now we just got to get over to here. Get the drive plugged in, and then we're good to go.
Oh no, they found us.
No problem, bud. Got a thruster malfunction.
You have my gratitude, friend. You gave these people a chance for a new start. I will take them to safety, away from all this chaos. As promised, here are some supplies in
Okay,
exchange
well,
for your
I can't
aid.
drive
Good
the
luck
ship
in the
right
next
now.
sector.
He's got the guns
Here.
handled, so we're going to deal with this. Okay, he's got that. I'll leave him to that. Good deal. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and plug in some shields, I guess.
Shield unit installed. Shield
We had some material scattered around, it looks like,
me out.
all over here. 2 clouds. I'm going to grab those, and then we can go ahead and get out. As long as any artifacts are dealt with, we'll be good.
Over here.
You got something over there, mate? Yeah, loot goes straight to the cargo hold now, which is kind of a workaround for a bug that we were experiencing. But I think in an age of teleporters, it makes sense. Because, like, why wouldn't you teleport it straight into your friend's cargo hold? We got a shield reflector, which is good. We got Legion blueprints, friendly fire, and mass proxy. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. And then what's the other one? Component stabilizer, which isn't terrible, given the fact that we have a full crew. Just gonna go ahead and plug them in. Alright. As soon as everybody's ready, we'll make the jump. Cool deal.
Entering jump space. Hold on to your helmets. That's the array, and it's locking down the entire sector. If we don't capture those towers now, the Legion will have free reign over
Well,
this entire
looks like everything's streaming well, which is good. I actually was able to turn up the bitrate when I'm rendering to you guys because of the higher internet where I am back home. So that's pretty cool. Should slightly enhance the experience for you all. And makes it a little bit easier for me to multi-stream to both YouTube and Twitch and not have issues. Be careful with the cannons. We got a friend down there. Alright. I'm gonna come reposition over here. Okay, he's over there. Looks like we got... Let's get a little... Okay. Cool deal. And we're clear.
We need to control the majority of points in order to gain control of this facility.
Good shooting, man.
We cannot let it fall into the wrong hands.
Just an FYI, I got the exterminator coming over today, so I'm not around too much. Alright, understood, Spectre. I appreciate you joining, buddy. Gotta clean. Yeah, gotta get ready. Alright, let's see. Closing in. It's contested. Alright, I see it. He's got, like, a grappler on his tail. There it is. Okay. Nice. All aboard. Let's head to the next point. We also have enemy ships jumping in. Got a sniper.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
No problem, bud.
Are
No
capturing
problem.
point.
We haven't gotten anything too crazy yet anyway, so it's all good.
Point has been lost. We're making good progress. Keep going.
And captured. Boom. Good work at the combat station. Really good work. We're making short work of these platforms. I'm gonna swing us high so we got a good view.
Hostile forces are capturing a point. Keep fighting. Not much left now.
Alright, you guys are gonna grab that. I need to get in position because we're gonna have friends.
Point secured.
Okay.
Point has been lost. Shield unit installed. Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve. We're making an impact. Don't stop now.
Okay, I'm heading over for B, guys.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
Hey, how's it going over there, Vixen? You doing alright? Welcome to the stream. Alright.
Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed.
I'm good. I'm doing real good. Me and my wife, we were down in Florida for a while visiting family. We just got back home.
Fight them off. We can't let them have
Late last night, I was setting all this up for today's stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And our communications are stabilizing. The Legion's control over this region is weak. Take the time you need to collect what remains.
Nice. All right. Well, we've captured all the points. Everybody's aboard. I think we're good to go, guys. We didn't get any Corvettes, so let's go ahead and get out. Something in the way, probably a little asteroid, and boom, there's the jump. Okay. Ready when you guys are. That was clean, guys. Nice work.
Transition to jump space imminent.
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. I'm gonna grab, since we do have material left over, I'm gonna grab that because that'll come in handy.
Look here.
That's right, and you did, Jester did have that achievement he needed to do. So we got the material. We might as well take advantage of it, guys. Do I stream daily this time, or today is something special? No, I stream every Monday and Wednesday at 10 a.m. my time, which is Eastern. And I'll go for a few hours. And then I also stream on Saturdays starting at 5 p.m. I'm probably going to be picking up a few extra streams as well. But those are currently my schedule. Five more? Okay. You got it, boss. I mean, we got more than enough materia, so there's no reason not to do it. This will get you your achievement. I think you needed one more. Okay, you got it. Cool deal. Finally got all your outfits? That's amazing. Awesome.
Check over here.
All right. Everybody gets a brew, and then I'm going to craft us a pizza, and we're going to celebrate. You guys made a pizza. You guys are on top of it. I'm going to set down this this crate here, and nice. We're going to... Hi. Nice. That's awesome, guys. All right. Yeah, there are a few. Yeah, it happens. Unfortunately, you're gonna get griefers anywhere, but... All right, I'm ready whenever you guys are. All right, well, that was great. Green, jam it out. Nice. Good run, guys. Awesome. Don't care what mission we do. Anything is good with me.
If you squint, the dents are barely even noticeable.
I'm enjoying this build. I'm gonna continue rocking this for now. We got shield recycler, forceful recycling. That is not what I was trying to do. Sorry, guys. We got pineapple power, which has been drastically nerfed, and shield recycler. Cargo ship raid, challenge rating 5, 4 jump. I'm good for it. I've grabbed all the artifacts, so we're good on that front. Okay, got the vent at 2,800 creds. Which is completely pointless, but it's fun. Got to feed the troll in the vent and keep him happy, right? Oh, man. Having a good time this morning. Everything seems to be going pretty good. No internet crashes, no nothing. I'm happy. Let's see, we got artifacts and stuff if we go that direction. Yeah, turn around. Cool for it. I'm going to deploy an ammo crate that I grabbed there. Okay, the power grade's mostly in order, but these generators, they have a tendency of swapping between missions, so we're going to do that. Everything's in order there. You guys got all that. Pardon me. I'm going to check for the gnome. Looks like you guys already got him. Good deal. Nice. All right, great work. I think we're good to get out. Get us in a position, and then you guys can take your time and do as you need. I'm gonna go ahead and check all this here.
I found an artifact.
Got artifacts? Okay. I'll go ahead and put them in. Let's put in forceful recycling. That'll come in handy. And then we got shield recycler, which is also helpful. It helps to heal the ship. And pineapple power, which is drastically nerfed, unfortunately, from what it originally was. But it's not a dead artifact, per se. It's not quite as powerful as it used to be. And away we go. You got a rank card down there? That must be where Nisa goes when the mission is over. What's the weather like where you're at, Green, right now? I know it was supposed to be pretty chilly in Illinois. I know you were talking about sub-zero temps, which is not much fun. What is it currently?
So I can download the data. I'll also be able to open the facility vault. The entrance is locked down behind multiple.
Got a buoy here. Looks like we're marking stuff, so I'm just gonna go for it.
To gain access.
A Rancor in the vent, that would be wonderful. Could you imagine? Well, see, that's where we send people who scuff the paint on the ship. Wind advisory beginning soon. It left like 6 degrees a bit ago. Gotcha. Yeah, that's nippy. Especially for Illinois, where it tends to be very humid too, so.
Empty collectors to retrieve.
Honestly, having been to Illinois a couple times, I feel like the weather is always extreme,
You may board it and look for
which is really strange. Feels like where you're located between north and south, feels like things would be pretty mild, but that's just never the way it works out in Illinois. It feels like it's the hots are hotter, the colds are colder. I don't know. It's crazy.
shield unit installed. Shield unit installed.
Humidity is 83%. Yeah, see, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Humidity makes any temperature it is feel far more intense. Same thing happens in Florida, but I don't know. Illinois is a whole different animal. I remember it was nuts. We went to Illinois to visit family one time, and back then we lived in Florida. We don't anymore. We're up in North Carolina now, but back then we lived in Florida, and Florida, we're accustomed to everything being hot and humid. And then we went to Illinois. Mind you, it was summertime. Yeah, the bag's really useful, guys. I went to Illinois. And I'm like, geez, I got to go back to Florida and get a break. It is too hot here. It was insane. It was drastically warmer in Illinois than it was in Florida. Humidity was about the same, though. I will say that. Yeah, there's a few bugs, but with the bag, like I like to deploy everything before we jump, just in case. Because there was a glitch. I don't know if it's still in play, but it would basically make it to where if it was in the bag, it wouldn't necessarily count towards your end rewards. So you had to deploy the bag, and then you would get your rewards. All right, see what we got. That looks like grid redirector. That's useful. Yeah, another pineapple power. And we got squad tactics. We got lots of healing options. I'm just gonna feed pineapple power here to, I guess, let's go grid redirector and up the ship's damage. Because there is no reason not to.
Parking procedure initiated.
All right, good deal.
Parking
We got friends down here. Let's see. Okay. I love that you can get in the radioactive spider's face now. The spider tanks. That used to be a very deadly proposition. And it still is because they'll ramp up the radiation around themselves. So it is still dangerous. But if you can drop them before the radiation builds up it give me a great deal of fun. And they take a ton of extra damage from melee strikes, so pretty useful.
Initiating takeoff.
Everybody's aboard. We got some snipers. We got a Corvette. There's the vet. Let's deal with these enemy ships. We got a break there. Sounds like he's shooting it, which is good. I'll bring him closer. Yep, he got it.
Material collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
Okay. Let's disperse those missiles.
Special weapon critical. Stabilize it now.
Whoa, we just glitched. Or something glitched.
System malfunction identified. A manual bypass is required. Corvette disabled. You may board it and look for valuables. Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
So the more things shooting missiles at you, the harder it is to stop them with flares. I usually try to eliminate. If there's only one enemy ship that's shooting missiles, then using flares to prevent the missiles from hitting you is pretty easy. But if you got like 3 things, like 2 missile gunships and a Corvette, then yeah, you're probably going to take occasional missile damage, even with flares.
Need some assistance.
So wind advisory starts at 5 p.m. Gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Friday is the day that will feel like negative 35. Good Lord have mercy, my friend. That's unpleasant. Just another day. Yeah, seriously, just another day in Illinois. That's insanity.
Help me out.
Wow, that's craziness.
Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed.
I know it's pretty chilly here. We're supposed to get snow this weekend. See how that goes.
Assistance, please.
We don't get a lot of snow in my area, but we do get some. All right, Jester's almost here. All right, good job, guys. All right, I'm heading back to the ship because we are going to get rushed by a bunch of ships. Yep, there they are, right on cue. Just paid my car off, expecting it to succumb to the winter weather and die. Oh gosh, that would be horrible. Don't even speak such things into existence, Green.
Remove them. Progress halted. You need to perform a manual bypass to proceed.
Coming back for you, Jester. Good deal. All right, going for the break, guys. Did we lose him? Seeing weird indications. Nope, he's on the ship. Okay. I don't know what it's showing me then. Alright. Progress bar is back in motion. One less missile gunship.
Auxiliary power critical. Stabilize it.
Okay. I've got no gun until the auxiliary power is brought back online.
The lockdown is lifted. Return to the entrance.
We still got 3 enemy ships. Looks like you guys have got the auxiliary, which means I will be able to. Okay. We just don't have enough materia to bring it back online. Got it. Gonna go pick up this cloud.
Materia collected.
Nice work, guys.
Shield unit installed. Shield unit
All right, park it.
initiated. Shield unit
Alright, I'm gonna grab the material out of the filters, and then we can bring the auxiliary generator back online. Okay, you got the other one. Good deal. Okay, got enough that we can bring the auxiliaries back up. Not quite enough that we could craft a repair. Hopefully we'll get a core repair off of the loot. Got shield reflector artifact. Cool. Which I think we already have. We don't have a shield reflector in place, actually. If nobody is objectionable, I'm actually gonna remove the pineapple power. I think the shield reflector would be more useful for dropping enemy ships. And I'm gonna go ahead and get in position for the loot. I don't know. Did we lose sensors? Okay. 10-4. The worst part is your hands are so dry. Yeah, like when you're in that cold weather, like the skin, especially on your hands and extremities, anything that's exposed to the weather just instantly dries out.
Caution, a large asteroid shower is in.
Okay, let's go ahead and get...
Begin evacuation promptly to prevent impact.
Destination set. We're good.
Grab
Get us in a
ammo.
position.
Grabbing ammo.
Check for artifacts real quick before we jump.
Taking ammo.
I'm going to keep us in position, and I'll start the jump when we're ready.
The asteroid shower is imminent. Prepare to evacuate.
All right.
Preparing to enter jump.
Nice. Good work, guys. Working hands lotion is the best, huh? Yeah. Hand washing in cold weather had them looking like the Sahara. No doubt. All cracked, split, bleeding, usually. I have the same issue. Like, you'll probably never see a hand cam in my streams during the wintertime, guys. Because, yeah, it ain't pretty. There it is.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Okay, we got materia disruption. Oh no! Alright, I'm gonna set our jump out. We don't have sensors, so everything's gotta be visual. Got some materia over here. Then gotta bring us down to the point so we can progress the mission.
Empty collectors to retrieve it.
We do have enemy ships. I would like to grab the materia before we do that. So I'm going to swing over here and grab that. Oh, we got a friend off the ship. Sorry, Jester. I'm coming back for you, buddy. Green says he could definitely use a lotion upgrade. With your kind of weather, I'm not... yeah, probably so, buddy. I despise hand lotion, though. I absolutely hate it. I think that's slimy, feeling on my hands. Ugh. And then I don't want to touch anything because I feel like I'm spreading goo everywhere. I hate it. Absolutely despise hand lotion.
Over here.
Targeting module locked in.
Okay. Nice job, guys. Got all the enemy ships. Didn't take very much damage. Okay. Thruster malfunctions dealt with. Good job.
Materia collected. Empty collectors.
We got some materia. So that was definitely worth it. We needed the materia. I'm glad we engaged those enemy ships.
Installed.
There are times I need it, though. Yeah, there is, Sean. There absolutely is times that I need it. It doesn't make me like... It doesn't make me like it. Hand lotion is such a pain. I hate the way it feels. But that is probably just me being finicky. And then people will say, oh, just rub it in, and then it's not an issue. And it's like, I still hate it. I still feel it.
They will detect our
Let's see. We got materia. There's no reason to not put in the materia.
Once we've breached the security system, I can open the gate.
We just don't want to craft if we don't have to. I think there was, yeah, there's a wrench here. I'm going to grab that rather than craft
Need some
an ammo
assistance.
crate. I'm going to take this wrench with me and try to conserve my ammo. Because we're in materia disruption, and I really don't want to craft an ammo box if I don't absolutely have to.
Hostiles incoming. You need to fight them off until the override is completed.
And this wrench takes no ammo, so. Okay, he's got friends over there. Hi, friends.
Over here.
Just make sure you don't succumb to the radiation. Few less.
Progress halted. You need
Alright, I'm en route. Nice shooting, guys.
Progress halted. You need to perform an angle.
We got another break. Okay, head in that direction. On point. It's flipped. Shoot the explosives. Yes. Laser drones, those need to die.
Perform an angle bypass.
We do have forceful recycling, I believe. Okay, he's targeting me. Good job. I had a feeling you guys would take care of it. As long as I kept focused on me, you guys, I figured, would give me a good old 1-2.
Spider.
Hey Green. If you're available, buddy, looks like there's something on Twitch that could stand to be dealt with.
Progress halted. You need to perform an angle bypass.
let's get to cover here. Hello, Fred. That's what makes it fun.
I've just detected a jump signature. Something have arrived close to your position. Use the sensors. Component installed.
All right, nice work, guys.
Initiating takeoff.
All right, I'm gonna have to get a visual. Got Corvette here.
Drones.
We got no scanners,
Grabbing
so
ammo.
you don't see anything. Okay, buddy.
Drone.
Targeting module activated.
Ship examined. Build ship ammunition in the assembler. Corvette disabled. You may board it and look for valuables.
Grabbed ammo.
All right, I'll take a look at it here. So it looks like it might only be on my end. Okay, they got that. One less. Okay, I think we're good, guys. Okay. I don't know if there were any artifacts or not. Let's take a look at that. I don't see any right off.
Taking ammo.
Yeah, let's see what's in the bag. Okay. I think we're good.
Help me out.
Got some materia here.
Material collected.
Sorry if you guys can hear the dog barking. No problem. I'm not in a hurry.
Shield unit installed.
Oh, goodness.
Shield unit installed. Good. Well, looks like we're good to jump, so let's go ahead and do that. Entering jump space. Hold on to your helmets.
I missed your comments, Sean. Sorry about that. Well, when I was talking about the hand lotion, she did a Kung Pao reference. Rub it all in my hair. Oh, that's amazing. I have not seen that movie in forever. I love the visual effects in these areas here, in these nebulas with all the lightning. Ah, so cool.
job.
Alright, I got no shot. There. Okay.
Well done, Intern.
Okay, points are down. We just got to deal with the engines now. Oh, thruster malfunction. Got missiles inbound. Launch some flares. Nice, he got the engines.
Hurry. Enemy
I'm
reinforcements.
gonna remove the missiles from the equation. And only thing left is the vet.
Special weapon critical. Stabilize it now.
Okay.
Corvette disabled. You may board it and look for valuables.
Alright, bringing us over to the point. Good job on the thrusters, guys. Great job. We can slot right in here and we'll be right outside the doors. I am going to go ahead and
Grabbing
top off ammo. Let's crack this baby like a can of tuna, guys. All right, we're in.
All cargo we're looking for appears to
Okay,
be
he's
locked
behind the
in
door.
I will require some time to locate and unlock them. I have located the cargo in one of the
Okay,
containers.
first cargo container is over there. I hear a laser drone. Good job.
Great. Now bring it to the ship.
Start point. Nope. Usually you can use the grapple points to do what I call snap grappling, which is where you can easily just transit.
That's the first crate. Keep looking for more.
I actually need to steer the ship inside of the framework a little bit, make it a little easier to access the door.
I have located the cargo in one of the containers.
There we go. Good enough.
Grab
Now I'm
ammo.
going to be able to go straight out with the cargo crate. Okay, cracking the point. Yeah, spiders.
Take it to the ship.
And away. Down.
Done it,
Alright. Next point is
I have located the
available.
cargo in
Okay.
one of the containers.
Good job. Lunch break. Gas station food today. Oh, well, hopefully it's not as bad as gas station food's reputation tends to be. I don't think I've had gas station food since I was
Good job.
working as a car painter. That was quite a while ago. How's your day going so far, Sarah? Quick start hits different?
Well done. Now move it on board.
That's good. Let's just say most of my experience with gas station food was just generally not a good experience.
That's another one.
Okay, that's the first bonus.
I have located the
Okay,
corridor with
it's
one of the
here. 10-4. So you said gas station food. What specifically kind of food, though? Like, are we talking hot dogs, burritos, pizza?
Good job.
I'm not familiar with Quick Star, I will say. That's not something we have in my area. Oh, hi, friends.
I have located the cargo in one of the containers. Take it to the ship.
All right, that's the final cargo crate.
Good job. You can leave the sector.
Now we got more than enough time to deal with the Corvette. We go ahead and set the jump, so we'll be good for that. And then we had that Corvette. Everybody's aboard.
Drone over here.
Today I have chicken and gravy on mashed potatoes with cheese breadsticks, green hot breakfast sandwiches. That's really good. That sounds delicious. All right.
Self-destruction sequence initiated.
Rita's about to crash out, though. There was a train on the way back, and traffic is poopy. Oh, boy.
Materia collected. Empty collectors.
I'm going out with the gnome, guys.
Transition to jump space imminent.
Yeah, you guys are great. That was a great team. Killed it. It's always fun when you can get a team that really rocks a challenge rating 5. Amazing work, guys.
You have not moved off that bed all morning.
He seems comfy.
Bed rot. You're gonna rot. You're gonna rot. I'm sorry, it's been 2 days.
Oh, thank you, honey.
I didn't figure you had breakfast.
I didn't, actually. That's amazing. I'm actually going to go ahead and sign off myself, guys, so... All right, well, everybody who's on stream, thank you so much. I appreciate you joining. I'm going to sign off and go ahead and get some food in me. I haven't eaten all day. It's It's 1 o'clock my time. So, guys, I appreciate you joining. I'm probably going to be picking up a bonus stream in the near future. I've got a new game that I'd like to check out, and I'm probably going to stream it. But I'm just going to put up a little extra stream. I'll let you guys know. Send out an announcement. Anyway, I hope everybody is having a good one. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Later. Green dancing in the background. Whoa, I'm not. Oh gosh, I nearly got squished there. Oh man. Oh, this is the new one, guys. I love this. And then on top of that, they like, you drain your magazine so fast with the halberd with this. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Roscoe says, love some biscuits and gravy. And Silver Six says, sweet potato pie for dessert. Ooh, that sounds good. I'll take some. Yeah, I mean, it was your obligatory scuffing of the paint job. I understand. I don't know, Spectre. You'll have to enlighten me. Throw up some pictures of what you're talking about in the Discord, because not interested in offending anybody. Unless it's for pineapple pizza. Oh, solar flare. If you're outside the ship, you will set on fire now, guys. There's a fire here. Come on. Silly pod. Silly pod. Bullets are for bots. I'll leave it to you then. Okay, that was fun. Shotguns away. We are in the main branch. The experimental is actually kind of behind the main branch at this point.